So again, my name is Carrie Funkhauser. I am a senior communication strategist with the Colorado Workforce Development Council. Today, alongside myself is Aria Antonio. She is our digital tools consultant for My Colorado Journey. And then we have our friends with PAIRIN. PAIRIN is actually the brain behind My Colorado Journey and helps us with the platform. Lauren Brown is a customer success consultant. She is going to be presenting and providing the live demo for today. And then we have Beth, who is a senior product manager. She's going to be helping monitor the chat and answering any questions that you may have throughout today's presentation. So thank you all for joining us today. Lauren and Beth and Ari, it's so great to work with you. One of the things we love to do is share how everyone's journey is very unique and it's different for each person. So there's a variety of different factors that are unique to each of us. We all have different goals or interests and passions. And there's also those life circumstances that come up that are family obligations, health issues. Maybe we're relocating to a new home or a new state, and those can really significantly impact your career decisions and lead to employment breaks or shifts or even challenges within that. So, one of the things we love to share about ourselves when we are out presenting are the number of different job titles that we have had in our career. Some of us have started off as camp counselors or newspaper carriers. We've got a fun person on staff who started out as a sports team mascot. And now, some of these folks are directors and leading programs across the state and leaders nationally that are showing how workforce ecosystems come together. So we thought it would be really fun to share some of our titles. And if you are willing to share, you can definitely drop in the chat any fun titles that you've had in your career, or maybe where you started and where you are today. It's always fun to see how we've come from being a mascot to a full-blown director that's statewide and nationally recognized. So hopefully you guys can see where we've come from and what is unique to our journey. And let's go to the next slide. All right. And then through My Colorado Journey, we want to engage everyone across education and workforce to explore their unique pathway. We're going to show this short promotional video about My Colorado Journey to help introduce you to our product and how it's helpful.
I want to work in healthcare. Me encanta trabajar con gente joven. Working with my hands would be fun. I'm old enough to retire, but I'd like to try something new. I've worked desk jobs. It'd be great to work outside.
I don't know what I want to do.
Colorado has 2 job openings for every available worker. That means there's a lot of opportunity out there. No matter a person's education level or where they're at in life, there is a path for them to do something meaningful that fits their interests. Work with technology. Be the person people talk to when they need help. Transform ideas into something useful. Across our state, Coloradans are finding jobs with employers who value their employees. It can all start with My Colorado Journey. It's a website that helps Coloradans explore different kinds of work and ways that can help them build their skill sets. Learn more about career pathways at mycoloradojourney.com.
Thank you. And as the video was playing, I saw a few folks add in some of their great job titles. I saw Maritza was talking about being a wiretapper for law enforcement. I couldn't imagine. That sounds very exciting. Is now working as a medical Spanish interpreter. Love that. We need more interpreters in our state for sure. So happy to see that you're working in that field. Copywriter, producer for TV and radio. That is certainly fun. Paraprofessional, waitress, and a teacher to a student advisor. So thank you guys for coming off and sharing some of your work experience and some of the things that you've worked in and started in manufacturing. Wastewater engineer to director of nonprofit. It's amazing to see how our careers change and how they're very different and unique. And that's what's special about My Colorado Journey, is that it's a tool that will help you personalize your career exploration, help connect you to a variety of different programs in the state and also to your local workforce centers, as well as helping build a really great resume that'll help you stand out to employers. So, in today's session, we're going to cover the purpose and vision that's driving my Colorado journey. Lauren is going to show us in a live demonstration how the My Resume tool works. And then we're also going to show how you can get support for your own career search process through the My Resume tool. So, with that, I'm going to hand this over to Lauren for her presentation. And if you guys have any questions as we go through this, please drop them in the chat, and our moderators will be able to help you out. Thank you. Lauren?
Yeah. So we are going to jump right into why my Colorado journey. Why do we have this tool? And if you have been in Colorado for any period of time, you maybe have heard of my Colorado journey. We've been around since 2019. And really the desire is to, again, unify education and workforce pathways for Coloradans. This is a free, secure, and easy to use tool no matter where you are in your career seeking journey, from students to job seekers to older professionals. And we've really built the system from the ground up, following the same process that an experienced career coach might follow. Here at PAIRIN, we deeply believe in people, and we never think that a technology tool is going to replace the important work that a person does, but instead complement it and augment it and support a person in their development. So my Colorado journey wants to understand your abilities, learn your needs and desires. On the platform, we have many personalized recommendations through my outcomes. In addition to my outcomes, we have a wide variety of tools, both internal and external to the platform. And today we're going to dive into my resume, which is one of the tools on my Colorado journey. I'm sharing this slide because I want you to remember that my Colorado journey is part of our ecosystem here in Colorado in both education and workforce. And we are trying as a company, as a state, to ensure that those different tools, there are many of them, are streamlined. So inside of my Colorado journey, we have many tools that are original to my Colorado journey. We have some that are linked with inside my Colorado journey, and then some that are external and live outside. So maybe you've used Colorado Career Advising or the Colorado Career Trail Guide. Those are outside of my Colorado journey. But inside of my Colorado journey, again, we have things like our PAIRIN Essential Skills Survey, the Career Cluster Survey, the Ed Returns, ROI, and then again, on that outer ring there, linked to my Colorado journey, we have a number of different links. My resume is here for you as a customer, no matter where you are, and can provide support also for you all that are on the call as professionals. So here, as you think about, why my resume, why is my resume important? It is really a tool that will help you customize your resume, no matter your age or experience level. You can use those optimization tools to ensure you have the best resume possible for the job you're applying to. It gives you the flexibility to save, share, make copies. There is no limit to the number of different resume iterations you make in our system. And it's part of your My Colorado Journey account. So if you are working with a school, or you're working with a workforce center, or you're working with an organization and you leave that organization, your resume goes with you because it's part of your My Colorado Journey account. Similarly, for professionals, through my resume, you have tools to offer feedback on individual resumes. You can also share the resume with employers or interested organizations. My resume will make your job easier to make sure that you're saving time, not spending time just working on maybe the formatting of a resume, but instead getting more to the meat of the issue. And then similarly, it keeps the resume with the person, not with you, not with the organization. So I'm going to be jumping into our live demo today. And there's a couple of things that I want to make sure you know about my resume. I'm going to be showing you different features along the way. And I have 4 different personas that I'm going to be presenting today. I certainly hope that we have time for all 4 of them. If we, for some reason, run out of time, we will make videos for you all of the other personas, because we think it's really important for sort of as many people as possible to see themselves in my Colorado journey. So a couple of things as we get started in the demo today that I want you all to know and remember. This might be review for some of you if you're more familiar, but my Colorado journey has different environments for the professionals that use the tool and the customers that use the tool. My resume is on the customer side. So if you want to play around with my resume, see the functionality, imagine what it's like to be a job seeker or a student using the tool, you need a customer account. If you don't have a customer account already, please go to mycoloradojourney.com and create one. We also have resources if you've forgotten your password, gotten yourself locked out, or are unsure how to gain access. Additionally, it is really important that you affiliate with a location when you create your My Colorado Journey account. The location structure is important because it's the way in which we help protect a person's privacy on the platform. We don't want professionals from one side of the state to be seeing what's going on with customers in another location. So again, this location structure is important. Now, if you are a student or a job seeker and you're just hopping on the platform and you're not working with a professional, choose no location association, and you'll just be in the no location association location. That's a tongue twister. You can practice later at home. If you are a professional and you're inviting your students or your clients, they will then automatically affiliate with your location. Please note that you can always change your location at another time. If you start on the platform in no location and then you get plugged in with the workforce center, you can then associate yourself with that workforce center. Something that is important to remember is if you get stuck and need assistance, please know that help is available. We have that My Colorado Journey Help Center, which has many help articles, tutorials, and videos on how to use the platform. On every page of My Colorado Journey, we have the support button, and you can also email support@PAIRIN.com in order to open a ticket. I know that sometimes when folks are in the process of forgetting their password or resetting their password, they get stuck because the spam folder picks up that email. Be sure to check your spam folder. If you need support and access to the platform, you've got to check your email. It's just part of how we keep the system secure and private. Check that spam folder. And again, if you get stuck, always be sure to open either a support ticket or send an email. As we jump into the platform today, I want to just let you all know that we are going to be jumping into 4 different personas of people. We have created these personas as a way to demonstrate the many different use cases and many different ways that folks can engage with My Colorado Journey. Any similarity to any real person is totally coincidental. These are not real people. Their experience is not real. We've done this again to illustrate just how unique our state is. We have folks from a wide variety of backgrounds. But again, these are not real people and no personal or private information has been shared. So again, if you see any similarity to someone you work with, please know it is totally coincidental. So I'm going to jump into our first persona today, our friend Carla. Carla is ready to create her resume and is thinking about starting her job search. Carla is a mid-level professional. She's 35. She's got 3 kids. She lives in the Denver area and she's looking for a career change. Carla wants to find a more meaningful career and have opportunities for growth and more financial stability. Her background is in communications and social media. She has a college degree. She's got about 15 years of work experience, but she's ready to get her resume polished up and start applying for jobs. I see the chat has been very active. So again, as I'm presenting in the tool, please keep those questions coming. Ari, Beth, Carrie, we've got experts on the call who can support you while I'm presenting. So I'm going to be jumping into a site I hope you all have visited before, My Colorado Journey. You can see here on the landing page, as you remember, I mentioned my resume is accessible through the customer account. So if you are used to logging in as a professional, please have a customer account in order to access the platform. Everyone can have a customer account. There's no limitations there. So I'm going to sign in as a customer. I am using Carla's pretend credentials here. And I'm going to go ahead and get signed in. You all have potentially seen this, this page before. This is my dashboard. This is where you land when you log on to My Colorado Journey. And I mentioned my resume is a tool. Over here on the left sidebar navigation, we have the My Tools menu. You can either use this caret and come down to my resume, or click My Tools, where you will get a list of all of the different tools available in My Colorado Journey, including my resume. So I'm going to go ahead and launch my resume. And you can see here, I have already put some information in for our friend Carla. We do have parsing ability in my resume. So if you already have a resume, you can upload it by clicking on the Import Resume button. Now, for Carla, she had a resume that she had already used. She went ahead and imported the resume. I will say parsing technology is not perfect. If you have a resume that has a lot of different columns or tables, you may have to do some cleanup. So if you upload your resume, do still proofread every section to make sure it is exactly what you want. And you can see here, Carla has extensive work history. I mentioned that she has 15 years of experience, so you can see some of the different jobs that she has had. I'm going to click into one of these jobs, but I also want to show you how to add work experience from scratch. So here you can click Add Work Experience, and this is where you can put in the experience, again, without a resume. You don't have to have a resume in order to enter your experience here. So again, Carla is going to enter in the experience that she has most recently. Over here on the left, or pardon me, on the right-hand side, while I am entering the experience, you'll have different tips and tricks and information. Make sure as you use the tool that you spend a few minutes reading these tips and tricks. It's really helpful information about what this part of the resume does, why it's important, whether it's required or not required. And especially when you get down here into adding accomplishments, it will give you a lot of ideas about what the kinds of accomplishments that you should be adding on your resume. Um, Adding a start date is really simple. You can just click on the little calendar here. And again, if the person is currently working in the position, they can just go ahead and toggle there. Of course, I have these bullets, some of these bullets already prepared for our demo. But again, Carla can, easily and simply add them in here. And as I mentioned, again, some really good tips and tricks on the number of accomplishments you should write, staying clear and concise, capitalizing the first word. And again, when possible, think about how you can quantify the end results of your accomplishments. Accomplishments are required. So from there, I'm going to add the experience. You can see that I was practicing earlier, and I actually now have a duplicate experience. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that. Deleting your experience, if you've made a mistake, is quick and simple and easy. You can also always go back and edit your experience. Maybe you want to add another bullet here. It's as simple as clicking on that pencil icon and adding in another bullet. You can save the experience and again, can continue to add accomplishments as you see fit. So we've broken out Carla's work experience. We can see here all of the different work experiences that she has. In addition, from parsing her resume, we have her education. These are these are her 2 formal education experiences. So in addition, we have this section called skills and awards. Now, Carla can add as many skills as she'd like. She can add as many honors, accomplishments. You can see here, we've got different categories: skills, awards, honors, publications, language, interest, and other. So again, Carla can continue adding those important skills. I've added some in already. With each skill, you can add accomplishments, and accomplishments will be a way in which you're showing and proving that you have a skill. Again, you can include a relevant link, a start date, or an end date if the skill was developed inside of a program or maybe a certificate program or training that you took part in. And now it's time for Carla to build her resume. As I mentioned, Carla's just ready to build kind of a resume template. She's not building this resume for a particular job. She's just building it for, to have a template ready. So she comes to build resume, and then she is not building it for a particular job. She clicks no, and now Carla can walk through the work and volunteering experience that she wants to include in her resume. Maybe she wants to highlight the things that she's done in the last 7 years. Those are those top jobs. She can move into education. Carla is 35, so maybe she doesn't want to highlight her high school diploma, but instead only her 4-year degree. She can then here move to selecting or including the skills, achievements, and activities that she wants. Then Carla quickly and simply builds her resume. So you can see here in a number of clicks, Carla has built her resume. Her name, email address is here at the top. We have a work section, an education section, a skills and languages section. There's a number of different tools here on the right-hand side that are also important for Carla to use. She can also score this resume and get feedback from the system before she ever passes it to a professional about how the resume looks. When she clicks score resume, you can see here, she's already got a strong resume. The system makes a recommendation about changing something into past tense, and Carla can continue improving her resume over time. There's also a few different options here, content options and design tools that you can use. We know folks like to personalize their resume. At the same time, personalizing your resume too much is not good for job applications. So we have some templates that are available. Carla can use the professional template, a clean template that looks like this, or a sleek template. Additionally, she can add in a summary statement if she would like to add in a summary statement on this job or on this resume. She can also add in an occupation title if she wants to put in either her current or expected occupation. And then she can include references available upon request here at the bottom. There also are a number of design tools where you can change the color of your name. You can change the font size, and margins. So those are all available to Carla. In addition, Carla can download the resume. She can download it as a PDF or download it as plain text. The reason that we have these two options available is because for the PDF, we know that that's the best for sending to employers. Oftentimes, in addition to having your resume, you also need to complete an application when you are applying for a job. So downloading in plain text is best for copying and pasting. If somebody wants to bring their resume over into maybe Google Drive or Microsoft Word, they can download it as plain text and then do whatever formatting or changing they need to do in whatever application works best for them. Additionally, Carla might want to share this resume with a person in her life. So you can see here that I clicked share link, and here I see a link to Carla's resume. Carla can share this with any professional or person that she's working with. She could share it with a family member if she wanted, anyone she wanted to give feedback on her resume. So you can see here, this displays her resume. This works very similar to Google Docs. So you'll see some similar functionality if you've used Google Docs before. This is a pretty easy and intuitive place to offer feedback. So you can see the information here. It pulls all that key things from her resume. And then here we have an ability for a person to comment. So if I'm Carla and I've shared this with, maybe I'm working with a career coach at a workforce center, the workforce center professional gets this template or gets this resume, and they can quickly and easily offer feedback to Carla. They can offer general feedback, or of course, they have a number of different feedback templates. You know, if I was a professional working on this resume, I might say, you know, Carla, I think a lot more bullets, you know, a few more bullets here could be really helpful. Or, you know, I don't see a lot of accomplishment statements, so I want to highlight that to Carla. Additionally, if I am a professional working with Carla, I can share this resume, of course, with Carla's permission, maybe with another person in my organization, with an employer. I can send an email right here from the system with this resume. I can also download the resume if I need to. Great. So that gives you a little taste of just some of the potential with the My Resume tool. I'm going to pivot back to our next persona.
Quick interruption here, Lauren. We do have
Please, yeah.
questions that have been asked One of them is how does My Colorado Journey view the use of AI in the recruitment process? I know Beth was chiming in about how each site and company has their own tools and philosophy when it comes to the use of AI, but that My Colorado Journey uses machine learning AI to help guide the job seeker and how to improve their resume. So I don't know if you have anything else that you'd like to add into that or would like to expand on that.
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously, there's lots of different AI models that are available. My resume does not use generative AI, so I think that that's something that's important to know. We don't use generative AI. We do use AI to customize your resume and optimize your resume, but it is not generative. We absolutely want to optimize that resume because we know that many different companies are using AI in their applicant tracking systems. That technology is, of course, changing very fast, but I will be showing um, the feature where it is matching your resume to a specific job. With not with Alex's persona, but with our next persona after that, Victoria. So you will be able to see what it looks like for the resume to become more applicant tracking system friendly. I'm going to pivot back to Alex. Alex is a student. He's a high school student, and he has very little work experience. So he is, of course, a high school senior. He is one of his, accomplishments that he's most proud of is that he's been a teacher's assistant in his mathematics class. So we're going to really look and see what it looks like for a student to be building their resume on My Colorado Journey. Alex is also going to be building a generic resume. Alex is going to be building a generic resume. And I have the chat up right now. So somebody asked, since I'm still in high school, can I mention school programs that I have been a part of? 100%. We would really encourage you to be mentioning those experiences that you, those high school or educational experiences that you would be part of. So I'm going to pivot back into My Colorado Journey and show you Alex's resume. So I'm signing in as Alex today. Again, you've seen my dashboard before, and I'm going to just come over here and open my resume. Great. So you can see, again, for the purposes of this demo, I've already entered in some of Alex's experience with being a teacher's assistant in both Algebra 1 and 2. So you can see I can simply and quickly edit those accomplishments. I can add more work experience for Alex. Any volunteer experience, educational experience, all of those will be considered part of work. We have the most expansive, we want to have the most expansive view of work. In addition, I want to show here a little bit more on our education element. Again, similarly, we want to think in the most expansive way possible about education. So you can see here with this high school diploma, I'm going to come in here and edit the content. So I've put in Alex's high school. He is working towards his high school diploma. Where is he doing that? When did he start? And then again, he's currently attending this program. I have added in participates in a CTE pathway, some of his extracurriculars, an honor student in mathematics. And additionally, this is something that is available in the education section. Alex can add more information on his coursework. My resume will then help him decide whether we should or shouldn't add it to a job application. So you can see here, he can add in, coursework if he wants to highlight maybe the specific classes that he took in his CTE pathway. And he can, again, save those experiences and continue to augment. We would absolutely encourage everyone to, if you have maybe had a non-traditional path, maybe you have less work experience and more education experience, do spend the time adding in things like your coursework certificate programs that you have done. Additionally, there is the option to add in, as many skills as you want. So the skills can be technical skills, they can be soft skills. We do encourage you to make these as specific as possible and add in any accomplishments related to those skills. So from here, I'm going to create a new resume for Alex. He is not building this for a particular job in this case, but is instead adding in all of his experience. So you can see that Alex has a shorter resume than we might expect for someone who has had years of work experience. Over here on the right-hand side, though, Alex can format the resume to be for students. That's going to bring the education up here to the very, very top. So you can also, you may have noticed this here, but you can also drag and drop these sections to be in the order that you wanted. I believe there might have been a question around can I have skills at the top of my resume? And you absolutely can, you just need to drag and drop them. When you are in the student view of my resume, education will default to being here at the top. Similarly, you notice that I added in some of that relevant coursework for Alex, and I can turn on that relevant coursework so that information is listed here. Again, Alex has all of the same functionality that we saw before. He can download, share the link, he can make those content suggestions. And then, of course, just like we saw with Carla, he can score his resume. It will give you an overall resume score. It will give you suggestions on what are the things that you can improve or increase or change in order to improve the score of your resume. Great. All right. I'm going to continue showing us another persona. And with this persona, Victoria, we are going to see the functionality in the system where we're optimizing it for a particular position. So Victoria here is an older worker. She's looking for a job right now. And she worked in education, took 18 years off due to caregiving responsibilities, and then for the last 6 years has been cleaning homes. She has some really solid experience in her field, but what's motivating her to find a different job is that she's really looking for a job that is less physically demanding. So she wants to make that change. Great. I'm just pulling up my buddy Victoria here. And going in, getting logged in as her. You will notice, or maybe you haven't noticed, but I notice, I have been doing all of the resume work and sharing from incognito tabs. I've been doing that because I'm logging in as all of these different personas. That makes the demo a little bit slower than I'd like to be at these transition points. But I know you all understand. So I'm going to get logged in as Victoria. And similarly, you can see here, I land on my dashboard and I navigate to my resume. Great. So here I am in my resume. This is Victoria's experience that she has entered in so far. I want to just show you again one more time. Adding these work experience and education experience blocks, if you will, is really the most important thing that a participant does in my resume. It's the building blocks of how the resume is built. So I am going to just show you one more time how to add work experience. So you saw that I had added in two different jobs already for Victoria, but now I'm going to add in information about her time when she was an education paraprofessional. Again, adding in the dates. Again, we want to keep it simple and easy. And here, Victoria will add in the bullets. Great. She can go ahead and add the experience, and you can see here the different experiences that Victoria has. I'm going to skip over education, and I'm going to add just a few, or show you the few skills and awards that I have already added for Victoria. Now here, I'm ready to create a new resume for Victoria. So, am I building this resume for a particular job? So Victoria was on Connecting Colorado, our statewide labor exchange, and found a job that she was really interested in. It's a business support role with Mesa County. So instead of building a template like you saw with Carla and Alex, we're going to have Victoria build this resume for a specific position. So yes, she's building this resume for a specific job. The job is business support, and it is with Mesa County. Now, Victoria can paste the job posting URL, or she can just do copy and paste the text. I did pull this job from Connecting Colorado. I was logged into Connecting Colorado. And so because it's behind a login screen, I'm actually going to just copy and paste the text right here. So I have all of the requirements of the job, and I'm going to copy it here. You can obviously see that there is a bunch of information here, but I've copied in all of the essential duties, the minimum qualifications, and now I'm going to build it. This is where that AI component comes in more strongly. Again, it is not generative AI. It is not creating content for Victoria, but it is optimizing that. It is going to show here, taking that job description and maximizing what are the things that Victoria should or shouldn't include in her resume in order to optimize the job that she wants. So you can see here, this is the job that, or this is the resume that has been created for Victoria to apply to this specific position. So you can see here, it's got her work. Obviously, we did not enter in her education today, as well as her skills. Again, she could bring this skills section up to the very top. She could add more skills. She could create new skills. All of that is available. The same functionality around summary statements, occupation titles, references, all of that is still available for Victoria. If Victoria wants to enter that professional summary, I'm going to go ahead and show you all again how to add that. She turns on that summary statement, and then she can click right here in order to add it. She can score her resume once again, and again, the resume will give her recommendations of things to improve. It looks like, you know, Victoria has maybe overused the word collaborate or support. The word manage is in her resume. So encouraging Victoria to ensure she doesn't have overwords used or needs to correct any of her tense agreement. So now, again, Victoria can download this resume and she can create the PDF in order to, I'm going to pull up the PDF right here so you can see what it looks like. And this is Victoria's optimized resume. It's got the summary, the skills, and the work section here for her to apply to that business support role. Now, of course, she still has to follow the steps outlined in Connecting Colorado in order to complete that job application. I'm coming back here to the My Resumes section because I want to show you one more job application for Victoria, where I'm going to create a resume for a job that she is interested in applying for. Again, we've looked with Carla and Alex how we can create that template, but here we're going to create another job for Victoria that she can apply for. She is building this resume for a particular job. Again, I pulled this job from Connecting Colorado. It's a teller 2 position at Bank of Colorado. So then I similarly copy and paste the job description here, and I build the tailored resume. Great. Similarly, all the same tools are still available. But here you can see that now I have the different resumes that I have built for Victoria. Both are saved in the system. So Victoria doesn't have to worry about keeping track of all of the different resumes that she's applied for. The name of the role she's applying for is right there in the title. She can also add more details. She can say, you know, Mesa County application, and she can just save it right there. And again, as many times as you need to save, or as many iterations as a person wants to have for their resume, that's no problem. So we are at 10:56. I did mention that we had a fourth persona, but in the interest of time, we're gonna not meet Omar today, and just you know, pass it back. I know we have a couple moments for questions. It seems like yeah, poor Omar is right. I was excited to introduce you to him.
Really quickly, Lauren, since we don't have
Yeah.
time for Omar's, one of the
Yeah.
things that is in Omar's profile is that he is a new American.
Yes.
Walk
Yeah.
us through the functionality of for those who are English as second language learners and how they can use some of the translation tools.
Absolutely. Yep. 100%. Thanks for pointing that out. There are so in My Colorado Journey, you may have seen this when you sign in. I'm signed in here, you can see as Victoria, but we do have translation services that are here. This translate button, you can choose the language that you would like to translate in. Additionally, our application supports every browser-based translation system. So many folks who are new Americans, English language learners, they are already plugged into the translation service that they prefer. So you can, you know, here on mine, I'm using Chrome right now. I can just translate this into, it's going to detect the language, and I can translate it into another language of my choosing, right here within Chrome. And every browser has a plugin or tool like this as well. There are additional plugins through Chrome. So many different ways in which you can get this content translated. And our My Colorado Journey is built with an eye towards language accessibility as well as accessibility for our folks that are using screen readers, maybe have vision impairments. So things like contrast on buttons, alt text, different focus. Those are all things that we are constantly improving. We work closely with the state of Colorado to ensure that our website is accessible and easy to use. Similarly, this is a plugin, if you will, but we support browser-based translation in our Zendesk, in our Zendesk support. So if somebody does not speak English and they need to put a support ticket in, there's translation here that our customer support team can utilize.
Thank you, Lauren, so much. And in fact, we have
Absolutely.
checked
Absolutely.
how helpful this is. Thank you all for joining us today. We will be sending out the recording as well as our slide deck. And if you have any questions in the meantime, feel free to contact us. We will email you after today's event with a variety of different resources to help engage you.
Yes.
We do have a few requests to be set up as professional accounts and learn how to use the tool as a professional with career guidance and navigation. So, more information to come on that. We'll make sure to include that in our email. Thank you all for being here today and for being part of this. We hope you're as excited as we are about this product. Happy
Yes.
job seeking and good luck with those resumes. Make sure to use that scoring tool to find out how you're working towards your resume and stand out to the employers that you're applying for. Good luck, everybody. Thanks again for being here today.
Great. Thank you, everyone. It was a pleasure.
Thank you, Lauren, and thank you, Beth and Ari. You guys are wonderful.